Hey guys, WildTrekker here and welcome to another episode on the WildCraft server. Yeah, you join us here on top of what will be our villager breeder, our infinite villager breeder, which actually gives us quite a nice view. There you can see my house over there in the woods, my little woodland retreat, and then over there we've got Ghost House on the hillside. And because Smithy doesn't do anything in small scale, that's his spawn house over there, which is a little bit of a large castle, I think. So yeah, that's coming on nicely, but you know, hey, why not? You can build, you can. We've got a couple of new members on the server as well, which is really good. Yeah, hopefully we'll introduce those guys a little bit later on. And I'm walking on air. So yeah, we've got, if I change my view, I'm down here. We've got 1, 2, 3 villagers now. So we've got those 3 because what we're going to use is we've got 2 effectively farming type villagers. I think one's a fisherman, one's a fletcher, but both of them should do farming. They're the brown robed villagers, and we've just got a cleric there. So the idea is what we're going to do up here is build essentially a farm. So we're going to have a wheat farm here, and above us by 6 blocks there will then be a little platform where our cleric is going to sit, and he will be there all on his own with the doors. In effectively a house with 6 doors, which in theory should be able to support 2 villagers with 6 doors, so it's 3 doors per villager. But because he's on his own, these 2 villagers down here who will be in the farming will naturally breed because they are farming. So they will naturally breed, but they will want to spawn another villager up in where the actual village is. So yeah, he's going to basically be up there, and because he won't spawn up there, there'll still only be 1 village or 1 villager in the village, and they'll just keep on spawning and spawning and spawning. So it's a theory that Doc M and the Zip crowd basically came up with, and it's really cool. So yeah, we're going to do that. Let's get down the ladder. Woohoo! So yeah, I'll just let them know I'm recording. Recording. Not even spelt right. So yeah, that's the idea behind it. But as you can see here, we've got a brewing stand, which basically means that we've been into the Nether and had a little bit of an adventure. So found some blaze, we found a fortress. So what I think I'm going to do is play that little bit of video for you now. And what I'm going to do is go on a bit of an adventure, because now we've got the brewing stand, we need some extra things that we don't have, such as a melon or a melon farm. We've got no melons because we need a jungle biome to get the melons, or we need to find them out in the wilderness. I'm not quite sure. So we've got a couple of options here. Looking at the map, basically we're here, so we've got some sand up there, as you can see, and I went up there to get some glass for my villagers, or get some sand to make glass, because I thought maybe there's going to be a desert up there, but actually it's just really a beach, and all this above here is ocean. So I'm not going to head that way, so I'm probably going to head the opposite way, and we'll see what we can find. But I do want to head that way in a future episode, because oceans can mean sea temples. So I think what I'll do is I'll drag Smithy on here, and maybe we'll go for get some boats, head out into the oceans and see how many sea temples we can get. So yeah, I think I'm going to head south. I think that's the best way forward. The ocean's that way, head south this way, and we will see what we can find. So I'll cut to that video anyway in the Nether. Hope you enjoy, and when we come back we'll find out where we are. Well guys, as you can see, I found a horse. I brought myself a saddle just in case, and we are here, but as we're going along, look what I see over the tops of those trees. So we've got a normal wooded area here, and I've passed all these horses. The horses were just literally south of our village. As I went past our village, there was lots of horses there. So I've told Ghost, and I think he's gone to go and get some, take them back to spawn. But I claimed this one myself, which actually isn't too bad. He's quite quick. You can see he's got the extra hearts there. So yeah, he's quite good. Oops, apart from when I go into a tree like that. So let's head over here and have a look. As he says, going down in a cave. I never was very good at horse riding, especially going through woods like this, which are horrendous. Let's see if we can get through there. Yes, we can. Yay! It's a jungle. Fantastic. That's what we want, because I want to get some melons. I'm quite surprised it's this close to spawn, though. I think I just got lucky on that one. That's pretty good. Let's get in the water and get down up the other side. So what we probably need to do is... I didn't bring a lead or anything like that, so I'll probably just dismount from here. We'll make an area to put our horse in if we can, keep him safe, get a little hole, and then yeah, we shall go and explore this jungle a bit, because what we need is some melons. That's the ideal thing that we need, is some melons. So we shall do that. Can you get down there, horsey? Go down there so you don't wander off. Go on, there you go. Okay, so he's down there, nice and safe. And let's head up here into the jungle. Right, so we've got some cocoa beans. That's really cool. And then hopefully we get some melons. So I'm going to do a little bit of exploring around here. Won't bore you with the ins and outs. It's just a jungle basically, and all we really need is to find melon and get a few cocoa beans, get some jungle wood, take that back. Whoa! Hello, ravine. Ooh, melon. Fantastic. Look at that. Didn't even need to do it, did we? And we'll take that, thank you very much. Okay, so we've got melon. So yeah, that's a quick, easy trip really. I don't want to spend too much time here at the moment exploring and finding all the temples and things, which I'm sure they're here somewhere. I've got what I've come for. What I'll do is set the coordinates, and then what we can actually do is when we go into the nether and do our nether hub in the ceiling, we can set the coordinates for this location. We'll bury our way through the nether, and that way we can then bring a portal out just at this exact location. So a little bit easier than doing it the other way around. As long as we've got the coordinates where we want the portal to be, I'm happy. See if we can get some saplings as well, I think is the other thing. So I'm going to chop down a couple of trees. We've got some cocoa beans. Yeah, get some tree and some saplings, and then I'll see you back at spawn. So the clever ones amongst you will have noticed we didn't have any nether video amongst all that lot, and that's because yeah, we had a slight corruption problem, so unfortunately that video has been lost. So but we did find a fortress, and as you can see here, we do have the nether wart. We did fight some blaze, and I believe they've set up a little bit of a spawner area as well where the blaze spawner was. We've got our little cocoa bean farm here going, so we've got bits of farms going here which we're going to have to transfer, I think, into some kind of farm building. So we've got that to do at some point, but I really want to get on with this villager breeder. Let's just go and check my trees over here as well, because I've just cut down some jungle saplings. I do find the saplings are really hard to come by on these things, so we might have to go back to the jungle and get some more, as it's not really dropping them, so which is a bit of a shame. Oh, there's one, so that's a good start. So maybe we'll just plant that one and see if we don't get another one growing. So yeah, so yeah, I want to get on with the villager spawn. I think we need to get that underway and finished as a project. So that's what we're going to do now. What I need to do is basically lay out the top area. As you can see, I've got a bit of a sort of stand there, and what I need to do is work out how everything's going to go at the top basically. So yeah, we've got a way up, and basically this floor area is 11 blocks by 11 blocks, so that's where it's at. So I've got a rough sort of design idea to how this is going to look in terms of what I need. So the area I actually need for the garden, if you like, is actually going to be smaller than this. And what I'm thinking of doing is outlining the edge of this with stone, and we may actually take this floor away. I'm not quite sure yet how high I want it, but essentially we'll have if it's 11 by 11, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that one there, 6 is going to be the center, isn't it? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there as well. Yep. So that's going to be the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that is dead center. So that's what we need to know, because we're going to work out from that. Now, have I got any dirt on me? I haven't. So what I'm going to do is work out an area where I can actually build all this. So I think what I am going to do is actually make this, I'm going to put a torch there, I'm going to make this a solid floor, because for one thing we're going to have water, but also it just gives me a firm base to actually work from where everything is and which bits are going to be dirt, which bits are not going to be dirt. So we'll have to take all this dirt down. Probably ought to do that now while we're on top. So I'm going to do that, make the whole area floor, and then we'll get some dirt in to actually where the garden area is going to go. So once we've got the garden in place, we can then work out from that where the actual villager is going to sit as well on top of that. So let me get that done and we shall come back. Okay, so we've got the dirt layer put down, and basically if I come down here, so this is the bottom layer we had before, and I changed it all over to this smooth andesite, polished andesite. So this is what I'm going to do. Basically this is a collection area, but if we go up top first of all and show you, so this dirt area is basically going to be the farm. So this is where we're going to place villagers, and they're going to be, this is all going to be a farm. We're going to have a wheat farm, and the idea is, literally I've stopped this construction here just so you can see it. As you can see, this is one high here. So the idea is that actually baby villagers, as they're born, will naturally wander around, and one of the things they will do is wander off here, and we'll probably put some trapdoors there to make them wander off the edge and think there's a block there, and they will fall down into this bottom area. So let's just go back down there and show you that. So what we're going to do is have this, if I can get in. Yeah, so basically they will drop down this gap and land in here. So we'll put some water in each corner, and that will basically move them towards the center. And then what we're going to do is actually remove these around here. So that way what we can do is we'll put some signs on here to stop the water from flowing all the way down, and then basically down the bottom we'll have a 3x3 area where we'll basically catch them. So we'll put some water at the bottom, and they will fall naturally because the water's pushing them into the water down below, and we'll have our villagers. And basically what it means is once we've got enough adult villagers up here, and we'll probably have a good load of farming adult villagers, which is what we really need. Once we've got enough of those, we'll basically allow the smaller ones to then disappear. So but we'll show you that as we go on. I just wanted to stop and show you this as we do it. So I just need to make some more of this polished andesite. So like that. Okay, and literally going to carry that on, and I just thought it would be quite good to just have a bit of light going in there during normal time. We'll have the glass, and it'll probably look quite good from the other side as well. So I'm going to carry on building this, and then once I've got all this surrounding and outside done like this, we'll then work on the actual village, which will be up above. So let me get on with that, and then we'll come back in a second. Right, so I've got 4 water streams, or 3 water streams in there at the moment. As you can see, they're all going down to the centre. So we'll see if we can fight this, because I'm stood by the block. You can see anything that comes down here is going to be forced into the centre there, and then those signs are basically holding back the water, but the mob should still drop through. In fact, we'll probably test it in reality by dropping through ourselves, couldn't we? So let's just seal this up, and Can I get that in my inventory quick? Nope. Here we go. Bang. So yeah, and this is basically where they'll land. So that's all sorted. So what we need to do is just seal that up. I'm kind of done with that underside. We don't need to do anything more on there, and we can then just concentrate on doing this little top bit. So let's just get this done very, very quickly. As you can see as well, we've got all these trapdoors around the edge, and that'll the entities or the mobs, or rather even the baby villagers, will think there's something there to walk on, and that'll cause them to fall off the edge and into that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a carpet on top of here, because that was rather silly. Right, I'm going to get some more water, and then I'll put a carpet on top, because then that'll stop the villagers jumping in the water. And also, if I put a half slab on there, they jump off and then they'll land on the soil and destroy the crops. So it needs to be a carpet or a lily pad, but we don't have any lily pads at the moment. So let me just get some water and destroy this, and we'll come back. There we go, that's better. Okay, so now we've got all this area, all we need to do is get the village sorted out, the actual mechanics of the village. So so there's the centre. So what I'm going to do is build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then additional to that, I'm then building the actual village on top. So that means there's going to be 5 air spaces, if you like, 5 gaps between where the villagers are stood down below and where the villager will be stood on top of these blocks. So these blocks are block number 6, and let's see how we're going to do this. So we'll probably, I suppose it doesn't really matter, but we're going to have one block there as a stopper. We're going to have a rail block there and one there, and this is where we're going to bring them up. So I'm just going to put this as a temporary thing. So all this dirt's going to be removed. This is purely to try and get the villager up here in a second. And what we do need is doors. So the idea behind this is that there's going to be 6 doors up here, but 1 villager. So this village basically has 1 villager with 6 doors, but it could support 2 villagers because of the 6 doors. Now, because the villagers will be down here, they will want to breed and send a villager back up to the village, but they can't because it's too far away, so all the villagers will spawn down there, not up here, and they'll just keep trying that infinitely. And that's why this whole thing works, really, because can I get that to go on there? Yeah, because the mechanics are such, they'll keep on trying and trying and trying. They'll never get another villager up here, so it'll always be a village with 1 villager. Yeah, so that's allegedly how the mechanics work. I don't know 100% myself. I'm not an expert on it. So yeah, that's really it. So what we need to do is get the villager that's not a farmer up here in a minecart, and he's just basically going to sit here, and it's going to be as simple as that. He's going to sit there. What we could probably do with is getting rid of one of these stones here, put a glowstone in, and that way that's absolutely fine. So we've got the doors, we've got a village. Yeah, that's all working mechanically. So what I need to do is come back down here now. So the next job really is going to be to get the villager up into that top section. So that's what I've got to try and do. So I'm going to literally build a staircase going all the way down to the bottom, or from the bottom all the way up rather, and with a rail, and then we're going to try and get the villagers up. The other thing I'm going to do while I'm up here is I'm actually going to block this off. And the reason for this is when we do get villagers up here breeding, I don't want any dropping down just yet. We've got to get probably 15-20 villagers into this village just so we can get them breeding and get the villagers that we actually want up here as well. And we don't want any dropping down. If we get any villagers we don't want, such as clerics and that kind of stuff, by all means we can get them dropping down. We'll push those out the way, but or we kill them, whichever. What we don't want though is actually the villagers dropping down or collecting villagers we don't want, shall we say. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now is basically start working on that mine track and start working on the rest of it. So yeah, but that's going to take a bit of time, I think. So I think I'm going to finish this video here so it's not too long, and then we'll look at getting all this built ready for the in-between episodes. So when you come back on the next episode, you should see us ready to start getting this as a live villager, infinite villager breeder. So yeah, really cool, excited to get that started. So yeah, really good. I'm going to say goodbye here now. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, do click on like so I know that you've enjoyed it. Isn't Smithy's tower looking good behind over there? It looks really good at night, doesn't it? So yeah, thanks for watching. My name's WildTrekker, and subscribe if you don't already, and we'll see you again on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.